Round one.
Fight number 10 of the evening. Round one just getting underway here. Both of these guys with 4 previous fights under their belt. We got Andy the Fish representing Munkondam Gym in the blue shorts and fighting out of the blue corner. His opponent Paul Wright, a local boy from Woking, fighting out of Shin Kick Muay Thai. He is also a veteran fighter with 4 fights under his belt, wearing the black and pink shorts and quite happily controlling his opponent's kick and taking it down to the ground. Nice left turning kick there, landing flushly to the body. Andy the Fish looking like he's happy to close the space down. Throwing some big shots, some big heavy looking punches. Wright just backing up into his corner here. Andy the Fish seems to be dictating the flow of this fight and where the fighters end up. On the ropes now, Wright not really answering a great deal. The Fish seems to be dictating the pace of the fight as well as the direction of the fight. Really relentless. Wright's covering up quite well. Nothing really seems to be landing with any sort of problem for him, but nonetheless, the more dominant of the 2 fighters at the moment is looking like the Fish. Oh, that kick narrowly missing. Yeah, Wright just seems to fall into a rhythm where he bounces his gloves 3 or 4 times in front of his face before a light left and a heavy right. Seems to be telegraphing a very comparable sort of momentum time and time again. I don't know whether the corner team of Paul Wright or Paul Wright himself will pick up on that, but there seems to be kind of like a little rhythm that the Fish is going through before throwing his shots. Right, round 2 now, getting underway of this scheduled 3-minute round. The C-class Muay Thai bout contested at 67 kilos. Both of these guys starting out fast and frantically. It'd be interesting to see if any adjustments have been made since the first round. Both of these guys look relatively comparable at the moment in the early stages of this second round. Everything that the Fish seems to be doing seems to be teeing up that big right cross. That seems to be his kind of preferential shot and definitely the most dangerous at the moment. Maybe a little bit less dominant in controlling where the fight's going this round. Wright coming back out and really trying to impose himself on this fight. But he's being backed up into the corner again by the Fish here. Nice little right uppercut landed there by the Fish. Didn't really look at enough power to do a great deal of damage. Referee's definitely going to split these 2 up, separate them, get the fight back underway. Both these guys looking to not only score with their knees to keep the scorecards even, but both of these 2 guys are throwing the knees in with some real malice when they're in that clinch. Sometimes you'll see Thai fighters throwing those knees in a really kind of tippy-tappy kind of way just to try and keep the scores even, whereas others are really trying to hurt you with those knees, and these guys seem the latter of the 2. Fish coming in, closing down the space. Look like another strong round for the Fish.
Third and final round.
Okay, you heard it yourself. It is the 3rd and final round here. Reflecting back on the fight, I think Wright needs to pull something out of the bag here. I think Fish has been the more controlling of the 2 fighters, the more dominant, controlling both the pace of the fight, where these 2 are ending up, and as I say, really dictating the flow. Wright just seems a little bit off balance, doesn't really seem set, doesn't seem as calm and composed as perhaps his opponent does here. But he's coming in, he's trying to I say he's trying to close down his opponent and getting involved in that clinch, but I just don't know how effective he's being once he's inside. Again, the Fish doing a really good job catching the kicks, delivering the blows, working the knees in, those punches, combinations, punches, kicks, knees, up and down the body. Really doing a good job of taking it to Wright here, looking really dominant. A few of those turning kicks are landing from Wright, but I don't know if they're coming in with enough power to really slow his opponent down. The Fish seems to be walking through all of them without too much of a problem. And again, we've got that balance issue. Wright just never quite set. He looks really heavy on his feet and really, as I say, he's setting as much as he's not kind of moving his weight evenly between the sort of balls of his feet, and he's getting caught off balance and moved around quite heavy-footed, so if that makes sense. Both of these guys seem to be slowing down now. Gas tanks starting to take a bit of a hit as we come into the closing moments of this 3-round fight. Referee keeping a really close eye on the action, making sure there's enough going on there. I mean, that looked to me like there was. I'm not entirely sure why he separated it, but again, the klaxon's going. We're down to the last 10 seconds. I'm not sure if there's anything Wright can do other than a flash knockout to turn this round, but
and after those 3 rounds of action, your judges have reached a unanimous decision, all in favour of your winner fighting out of the blue corner.